Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the beginning of day 2. It's windy out there, but I think it's going in the direction I need it to go. Yeah, I literally just woke up, but I thought I'd wake up, shoot the intro, show you this massive amount of mosquitoes hiding out on the screen with my tent. I mean, it gets worse than this, though. I feel like those guys sucking your blood. Yeah, I guess it's time to wake up, do some coffee, eat me some oatmeal, and get heading down the old river. Let the wind do most of the work today. I usually don't get the chance to film much wildlife or nature out here, but there's a loon just bobbing away out there. You know the loon because of his distinctive call. Don, say something. Oh, he was singing away a minute ago. He's camera shy. Nothing. You know, it's the second I shut this camera off, he'll make his noise. Little Toothless and I just sitting here going over the route for the day, thinking where we're gonna go. Now this black line you see here, this is my route from last year. You kind of see that. What I'm looking to do, we are roughly, hang on a second, we are roughly like right here, just off map. So what I'm thinking of doing is coming down, just something I gotta check along here, something I built last year. But instead of going off this way, I'm thinking this year, let's try going down through here. The thing that concerns me is there's portage routes, and you gotta be able to see them, and I should be able to see them fairly easily. But the reason why I don't want to go into the rapids is because I don't have any experience with any kinds of rapids. This is the Voyageurs channel, which I went through last year, but it was all low water, so there weren't any rapids through the Voyageurs channel. Lover's Lane, Herring Chutes, Crooked Rapids, Big and Little Jameson Rapids, Devil's Door Rapids, and Lily Chutes together are known as the Bad River Rapids. Now, I don't think I want to see the Bad River Rapids, but I don't want to take Endless River through the Bad River Rapids. Now there's an inset here they show you. So what I'm thinking our route's going to end up being in along here. But there's also a site, and keep in mind this is many kilometers away still. There's a site just before you enter the rapids, 731 there. I'm thinking making my way to that site and then scouting from there just to check it out and see what route I should take. But I'll fill you in when we get to that point. Little Toothless somehow made it into my camping gear. This was my daughter Artemis's dragon, one of her many dragons. So, Little Toothless is joining me on this journey. Yeah, I know. You gotta have some kind of buddy out here. Something to keep your sanity, I suppose, while you're alone for 7 days. No internet, no nothing, no texting even. Just 7 days. Oh, and my little vape box, it got wet yesterday. Not like soaked, but yeah, it might not survive the trip. I've had this, I used this on last year's trip. I used it on all my camping trips to bring out my vaporizer stuff. And it's not doing so hot. This was actually sent to me by Rex from Mio. Mio made some pretty good juices. I don't know what any of their new stuff's like, but yeah. Anyhow, shall we start finishing up this packing up and get on the river? It's windy as hell out there. But like I said, it's blowing in the direction I need it to blow. I should take advantage of that. So, oh, my wet shoes out there. My food bag, my stove, and water. But yeah, gonna start getting ready and we'll hit the river. Then we'll get some footage from that. Back in the bug suit. I tell you, they're actually a lot worse bugs than they were last year. I had to put this on maybe once last year. I've gotten to take this off only when in the tent and just before dark last night. It's taken some getting used to because you feel like you're almost hyperventilating when you're wearing it. But got my sight all cleaned up. Those sweaters are not mine. Those were here when I got here. I wouldn't leave sweaters behind in chilly weather like this. I couldn't even have a proper fire because everything's soaked. So, campsite 702. It's been swell, but the swelling's gone and time to move on. It's windy. It's chilly. I gotta go paddle in this all the way down. Oh, here, I guess I'll show you guys which direction we're heading. We'll walk down the rocks. You have to excuse the wind, folks. It's windy. I didn't pick the best time to start my trip. But if you look on the left channel there, we're going down that left channel. Last time I stuck to the right. This time we're sticking to the left. Oh, look, there's a boater coming along right there, too. But it's time to be moving on. I'm going to be watching where the heck I'm stepping. Oh. I apparently brought a broken paddle on the trip. It wasn't that broken. But, got the other half. It was broke, just not broke through all the way, and I didn't notice it until, like, last night. So, I'm packing up, heading out, down the French River. No, I'm heading down a trail right now, but down the French River. Yeah, I'll load up the canoe and be on my way. How would you like to have that house way down there? It shows you on the map where any other properties are. That house is right there. And yes, that's a sock. Wait for my sandals to dry out enough for me to wear socks and sandals. Anyways, that would be awesome. That would be the best. That would be perfect. I could spend the rest of my days there. If I ever become terminally ill, just get me a cottage out in the middle of nowhere and I'll be happy. Looking back into the wind, came from that way, and I'm just letting the wind push us along. Of course, keeping course. I was almost thinking of stopping and making a little sail, but I might wait till I stop and have lunch to do that, and then sail the rest of the way to down here anyway. That's a lot of distance, so it'll really help. I'm thinking of stopping right here for lunch. So, it's going pretty good so far. You know, it could be sunny, could be nice, but at least I have the wind in my favor. That is cool. So I'm going to get back to paddling because I'm going off course where I need to be. Site number 707. I wasn't here last year. This is actually really nice. I like it. Look, other paddlers liked it too. Should have backed the canoe in. I'm going to turn around and back the canoe in. It's easier. Well, I didn't even see this site last year. It's kind of nice. I'd stay here if it wasn't the middle of the day, but there's distance to be covered. So what a beautiful view, eh? This isn't much of a campsite. At least not from there, it doesn't look like much of a campsite. You got a little trail going up that way. We're gonna check out this trail going up this way. Oh yeah, you could do the tent and everything right in here. Enough trees to tie a tarp off too, sleep next to a big old rock. Hey, check this out. I don't think I've shown you guys in this video yet. You hear me mention a privy or a thunderbox. Ooh, pretty wild flower. It's pretty wild. Here it is. Now, I'm not going to do you guys the pleasure of opening it and seeing what's in it. You don't need to see that. But know that just about every site out here has one of those. Look at all that. It's just pure awesomeness. I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. This is where I would set my tent up if I was going to stay here. Perfect spot right there. I'm not staying here. It's a fire pit. Endless river. And you know, ooh, whoa, what are these? Those neat looking flowers, eh? If you know them, let me know in the comment section below. This trail, we'll see where it goes. That's a nice boulder. And it just keeps going on to the other end of this little, it just kind of disappears actually. Oh, let's go up here. Whoa. Oh yeah. You see the view of the French over there. Going through a bunch of bushes. Yeah, it's a beauty of a sight. Okay, well, it's time for me to prepare my lunch. Gotta have lunch. Probably just peanut butter and jam and a granola bar or 3. Because I've got lots. But yeah. Awesomeness. Alright, so I'm slowly working on setting up a sail. It's a nice moderate wind. I might as well take advantage of it. It picks up, decreases, picks up, decreases. That boat, I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. That's the first boat I've heard in about 3 hours. Been at this site longer than I wanted to be. But I want to set up the sail and I want to take my time. That's what it's all about. It's just, you don't have too much of a schedule. You just take your time and get to where you're going safely. Yeah, it's going to be ghetto, but I mean, it's going to work. It'll work. And that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? And look at this, like, I've never actually done anything like that before. I turned Craig's endless river into an endless sailing river. So, I guess, time to finish loading up, eat my snack bar, and be on the way for some effortless journey. We are now officially a wind-powered craft. Yep. Not really helping a whole lot, but we're not quite right out in the main breeze of it yet. A hard time seeing around it. But I mean, it's gonna be worth it. So I'm gonna get back to this and update you guys on how it's doing in a bit. So this is actually rather effective. Just look, you can see on the shore, if you watch the shoreline, you can tell we're actually moving along probably quicker than I could paddle if there was no wind. Very awesome. Worth the time, worth the effort. Oh, a bit further on. This is a style of campsite that I like, where it's got the little beach you park your canoe at. And this is site number, because I know the marker doesn't say the number on it. We were here. That's where we built the sail, 707. We're now down to 707 to 708. Kind of cool though, as I was pulling up, there was a frog swimming through the water, swimming parallel to the canoe. It's like he was swimming me ashore. Sail is working awesome. Sail is working awesome. So we'll go up and we'll just have a look at 708. Oh wow, somebody left some good lumber here. Lots of areas, look at this. Lots of camp room, probably tent space for like 4 or 5 tents. Shelving. This is reminiscent of the other site coming up. The next site I'll be stopping at to show you guys. Just do a quick walk around of it. This is probably back where I'd sent my tent up, right here. Some good trees all around so you get a good even tarp coverage. There's probably even a privy somewhere here, but I'm not too worried about finding that. Oh wow. Like it's great out here, guys. The sail pushing me along down the river, and if I want to slow down, I just get out of the wind and I slow down. Bugs aren't too bad right now. Imagine if I stayed in one spot too long, they'd come get me. You see this quite a bit. Old grills you can clean up at the site and use if you're got a pot to cook on or to cook with and you need something to put it on. Oh, this is great. The layout of this is almost identical to the other site down there. We'll be stopping at that. Look at it. I think when the water is low, this is all beach area here, like sandy. You'd be able to go down and walk right around all this. But I see something I need to grab. Ugh. Because now that things are drying out, I'll actually be able to have a fire. And this birch bark will be like having... Hey, there's a spider hiding in it. Sorry buddy, you're getting kicked out of your home. Okay, well I'm going to grab a different piece because that's a big spider and he don't want to leave there. I can't believe I actually picked that up. Alright, well I'm going to find me a piece of birch bark. And then I'm going to carry on downriver a bit. I figured you guys might like to check this out, see what the wilderness out here looks like. Nature's ever so kind enough to build steps all the way around everything. You gotta watch out when you're grabbing at stuff like this for spiders you don't want to get bit by, or snakes hiding in the roughage. No spiders or snakes. Not in this thing, but I'm sure there's probably a ton of them out here and you'll never see them. They won't bother you unless you go trying to bother them. Alright. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Pretty sure that's bear crap. Looks fairly old though, so could have been people poop. I don't know. I didn't see any teepee around it. Alright, well, we'll mosey along. Let me tell you guys, this wind is to an advantage and it's getting nicer out. We just came from way down on the furthest part you see sticking out on the right there. This site here, we seen something very interesting last year. This stuff is new. It wasn't there before, but hey, free firewood, right? Nice spot. You have a fire right on the beach. Oh, and this seems so much further back last year. That's how far up the water is. So that beach went out quite a bit ways further last year. But yeah, this year, guy. It's an old diesel motor from a boat. And there's a pack of bat blue playing cards stuffed down inside, but I'm not reaching my hand in there to check them out. Guess I could put on a glove and check them out, but like, it's pretty scary looking in there. There could be critters in there. Could be just an empty box for all we know. Yeah. Then it just goes kind of up in between this divide of rocks. Very, very cool sight. There's probably a bunch of wind noise right now. Sorry for that, but what can you do? Oh, that was. This is actually a really nice site, 709. A couple nice pictures from here last year too. And we head that way. I'm hoping catastrophe does not spell our future. Here, we don't see that in our near future. It's going to be a little bit scary, a little bit of portaging, but you know what? I really want to check it out. You'll see what it is that I'm talking about when we get there. I already got my birch bark, but a nice big hunk of birch there. Stuff here, man. Good fire starter. There's like a natural oil or something in it that just helps get your fire going. Kind of like a lighter fluid. Okay, I guess I'm gonna launch the Endos River again and sail down a bit further. Let me get the map. Look at the map real quick and show you where we're heading. So you know that was the last site. That's 709 where we are now. We went this way last year. We stuck to this side of the river. I gotta cross right over, and we're heading down this way. There's a campsite there where we'll be making camp for the night, I think. I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like. There's other sites. Could really find a nice one to stay at. We just gotta look around. So I'm currently gonna be using the GPS plus the map to figure out exactly where I am. Because you see that opening way back there? I come through there and there's rapids. Not like extreme or anything, but I shot through them not really being able to see, and I wasn't too comfortable with that because my sail was in the way. And then it just kept rocketing me across here because there's a strong wind going after the current pushes you along. So yeah, I'm gonna stop, check, figure out where I am, where I am, and then I'm gonna do a little hike up and through here just to see what's ahead. So yeah, let's be safe about this. So right now, oh wow, it looks like it's all glare. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to show you this, but I'm between that island and that island. It's like a little channel. It's not marked as being a waterway through there, so the water must really be high. And I've got a stick to my left coming out of here, and down there it's a 731. But I think I'm going to be taking the sail down. I'm not getting rid of it, I'm just going to bring it down so that it can't cause any issues coming through here. And then if I need it again, I'll have it. But I don't think I'm going to after that. We'll find out, It's been a good sail though. Ooh, look at that current. Just going along. That's not all wind, that's actual water current. We'll go jump up here. A little bit better look at why that water's flowing. Walk through the itchy scratchies, under the pine, up the rock. we'll do a little walk, a little tour over, and show you what I'm not. You gotta be brave, but you can't be stupid. I have no rapids experience, really. Here, I'm just gonna skip this rock climbing part for you guys. Wow. You know, whew, with a little more confidence, a little bit of faith, I bet you I probably could do this. It would probably be a lot of fun, but guys, I've got no river experience. I don't know where any rocks or anything are out here. And I honestly don't know what to do if I get pulled into something like that over there. But I'm guessing you would just come in from the middle, try and aim off to the sides around those rolling waves in the middle. Those look like they could be rocks there or something. But damn. I wish I was just a little bit braver. So we got a portage around it. It's not my canoe either. I don't know what that canoe of Craig's will take for abuse. I bet you mine could probably take hitting a solid rock and keep on going with no leaks. But I don't know. Craig's is solid, but I don't know. So let's just play it safe so we can finish the rest of the trip without any injuries or anything, any drowning or nothing like that, right? Whoa. Okay, this will be easier to do if I'm not trying to record. This is that paddle I was telling you about. It wasn't even completely broken yet. And this was supposed to be my good spare paddle. So let's just hope nothing bad happens. There we go, the paddle. With Deersbound Misfits. Hell no. Still has got some weight to it, but like, wow, what a world of difference. Oh. And it just had to be sunny while I was doing that, so I'm overheated now. Small portage trail, nice and easy. Still took a few minutes, but it's better than chancing it in those rapids. I mentioned to you guys, got a fear of rushing water. That's where the portage came out. Obviously not marked because I don't think it's ever intended to be a portage. A lot of this is because of the high water. I'm glad I didn't go through that. Whatever. I'm just trying to be safe here, guys. So now we gotta stick to this left bank and go find the next campsite. Let's do our best not to get sucked out into that. All kinds of back current along here. So we're just going to do our best not to get sucked into that. I don't have the sail on here so I can see where I'm going. If that nose gets pulled into that, we're going the other way. Oh yeah, I'm fighting current right now. We'll do our best. That's what we do. Alright, so here's 731. Campsite 731. Got the river docked. I was almost thinking of calling this site home for the night, as it's getting into the afternoon a bit. But it's kind of flooded in spots. Looks like some kind of critter's been tearing up the dirt there. It looks like another secondary area. Somebody's had a fire pit back there. But there's no wind coverage. So I'm thinking, and it's flooded, halfway flooded. So I'm thinking we'll just move along. I've still got enough hours of daylight left to look for another site. And I know that only like a mile or two away there is another site. So, yeah, let's go investigate up here. There's a lot of blueberries around here in no time at all. Yeah, so this could actually be treated as the site too. But, the flooding is probably bad for mosquitoes. No wind coverage. We'll move along, but the closer you get out to the bay, the less wind coverage you're going to get. Now, this is day 2, remember. Day 2 last year, I made it to site. I think it was 800. And that was right at nightfall that I did that. Those rapids way back up there. We will carry on down that way. So I wanted to show you guys. Got another portage on my hands. Already got 2 packs up there at the site. I'll explain that in a minute. But I think this was one of the original Voyageur routes. Along them you often see great big old eyelet into the rocks. And this looks like more like an old telephone pole. It's got the more modern bolts, or I don't know how that would ended up here, but many logs ended up here at one point in time. So yeah, the Voyageurs had parked their canoes, their boats, and then they'd load up all their gear in the canoe, big canoe. Here's a couple more spikes in the ground. Just 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, and the 3. Probably was a 4th right next to where that goose poop is. And then it's a hike all the way up and over there. That's a lot easier than carrying my canoe. Thank you, Craig. Now it's time to set up camp, make some food. I'm hungry and I'm exhausted. For tonight's supper, we're trying Backpacker's Pantry. Our chef, your adventure. I'm pretty sure you're just supposed to make it in the pack, but I've got bowls and plates and stuff, so why not be somewhat civilized? Just add a cup of water, boiling water, stir it up, let it sit, and then voila, this is what we got so far. Ooh, mashed potatoes with bacon and cheddar. And then I've got my hamburger and gravy mix, my dehydrate, right here. My handiwork. I don't know if it dehydrated or rehydrated all the way, so kind of check it out. Almost tastes more like a chili. Not fully rehydrated either. It's gonna need some heat. But yeah, had supper tonight. A bit of a mess going on. No bugs right now, thankfully. I'll reorganize and stuff after I eat. I'm hungry. See the flag there? It's a little Canadian flag and a Jolly Rogers flag. A beautiful camp spot. Glad I chose this spot for my evenings home. When I said I picked a really good campsite, I think I really did. Oh, there go some ducks. And nearly all sides of me are rapids. Not like rapids, I think this one's one of the chutes, the lily chutes or something like that. Unfortunately, there's a little stream that runs here, so we can't really... I'm not getting too close to the edge of this thing. It's like skid, burn, and then fall in. So that's as close as I'm getting you guys to seeing what's up there. There is a nice little drop in there. I can see just the edge of it. Oh! To have a look. To be able to be brave enough to go into it. Oh look, built-in seating. There you go. I'll have to do some zooming with Sony Vegas Pro right here. Wow. Go through there. If I had like a kayak or something that's meant for that kind of thing, I might be willing to do it. Because like, right in through there. Yeah. And then even this little thing here, it's overgrown with all kinds of plants and trees. If somebody were to go through and hack and saw them all down. But why would you want to do that? There would be a nice chute through there. I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. I don't have any bug dope on. I don't got a bug shirt on. I just wanted to pop over here and show you guys that. Try to be a little bit smoother. When I was hanging up my bear bag, why we hang a bear bag? For those of you who don't know, I'll explain it right now. So that it's up out of the bear's reach. Now, I've been having not a tough time, but a conundrum, we'll say, with figuring out, ooh, careful footing, yeah. Now, figuring out how to get it high enough that I can still reach it, but the bear can't. Now, I'm smart enough to tie off to a higher branch. I've tried the method of hanging them so that one is there's two bags and one's a counterbalance. Tried that, and I can never get it high enough that it wouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean? Like if I can still reach it, if I can still push it up with something, so can the bear. But yet, how do you hang it short enough? Yeah, it's just a tough one. So this is what I've done. Hopefully that bear ain't smart enough to figure that out. Because that's my food till Sunday. Oh, what a beautiful campsite. Oh my goodness. It's a little bit tricky to get to if you don't want to hit any rapids, because that means you got to do a portage. But it's so worth it. Even the spot where I pulled the canoe in, I already took pictures of all this, but you can see there's little eddies right there from the flow of this thing. A little trail to bring your stuff up, or well, in my case to bring it down. You've seen me carry the canoe already if I did the edit properly. The sun's going down. I have a time lapse going. There's the moon. I have time lapse going. I started saying this when I was hanging the bear bag. I saw a snake that I've never seen before. It wasn't a Massasauga rattler. I've seen pictures of those guys. It didn't have a head like a viper or nothing. Or no, not a Massasauga rattler, just a Massasauga something or other. Anyhow, it was about the size of a garter snake that we see around our parts down in southwestern Ontario, but it had a way different pattern to him. He looked really cool. Yeah, at the campsite all somewhat tidied up, just from unpacking everything in a mad rush to get dinner on the go, and oh, it was a good dinner. It was very filling. Backpacker's choice or whatever that was called, hiker's something. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, show you guys this. Oh no, where'd he go? Drying everything out that was wet still. And it was sunny and warm enough for the last part of the day that I did. There's that broken paddle. But I think I'm going to end the vlog right... Skio. I'm going to end the vlog right now before I get eaten alive. I'll leave you guys at the time lapse, but for... Oh man, yeah. I'm getting eaten alive here, so I got to do this real quick. Think positive, keep a smile on your face, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I am going to leave you with a time lapse of this right here. Hang on, I think it's like right here. Anyways, stay positive, guys. See you tomorrow.